Here I'm going to show you how you can dodge and burn an area of your picture. So this was copied from one of my original photos that I didn't edit very much. I just synced in Lightroom. And you can see this lemon wedge is a little bit flat, not as exciting. Here's that original picture where it's much brighter and more translucent and it pops a little bit more. So, whoops, wrong picture. So here I'm going to go ahead and find the right layer for my edits, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's really important to zoom your picture in so you can really see what you're doing. And I want to be on my right layer. So that's my water splashing. Here's my lemon wedge. Here's my background copy, and here's my original picture from Lightroom. So when I'm on my lemon wedge, if I want to modify my actual image right here, this is again a little bit on the destructive editing part. You have to be careful. I really love the dodging and burning in Photoshop more so than in Lightroom. You can do adjustment masks and try to darken this part of your lemon wedge, but really dodging and burning is what's going to make it a lot more refined. So I could, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and right click. Oops. I can right click my image and I could duplicate this layer if I wanted to. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it directly to this portion of my picture. Because I have a mask on it and it gets a little bit tricky and complicated and you'd have to flatten the mask and sync it, which I don't want to do. So here is your dodge and burn tools. So to dodge, again, dodging is removing light from a particular area, burning is adding. And so remember, I can only dodge and burn in this part of my picture because this is the only area on this layer that I'm going to be editing. So I'm going to burn, and when I click on burn, I have these new sections right here. I can burn my shadows, I can burn my midtones, I can burn my highlights, I can change my exposure by the percentage, and I can change my brush size here and my hardness of it. So I'm going to make my brush size about as big as 2/3 of my area because I want to make it kind of a nice smooth section, and I want a really soft brush. Not all the way soft all the way, but I want to knock it down a little bit. And I'm going to burn my shadows. I want to regain details in my shadows, and I want to be at about 20-25% because I want to slowly build into that. So when I do that, you can see that that's darkening my picture a little bit. It's also darkening the background because it has this area right in here. So I kind of like that because I actually wanted to darken that area, but that's as far as it'll go. If I try to darken up in here, nothing's happening. I have to actually be on the layer of where I'm doing my edits. So ideally, what I should have done was dodged and burned on this image first and then copied and pasted it onto here. But I'm doing this after the fact because oftentimes this is what ends up happening when we're editing our pictures. So once I've got my shadows done, I can now go to my midtones and I can kind of darken my midtones in particular areas. And I don't want to do too much because I don't want to darken my image excessively, but I do want to create a little bit more contrast. And I can even darken my highlights. So if I darken too much, like I did right there, I'm not really loving what I did, I can go down to my window, open up my history, and go to the last things that I've done. Again, I would definitely, because this is destructive, you can't undo it once you've committed to it. And once you close out of Photoshop, all of this history will be gone. So I want to make sure that I'm really committed to any of these burn edits that I've done. So I'm going back to these last 5 things and I'm saying, yeah, so far I'm liking. And when I get to about right here, I'm not loving what I'm doing. So that's just going kind of gray and flat. So I'm feeling like maybe my burning needs to be done just with my shadows. And then that'll create more contrast. So now I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to give that shadow a little bit of a glow. And yes, it makes the edges of my lemon peel get really dark, but I kind of like that contrast, and it gives it kind of a glowing lemon yellow. And now if I want to, I can choose to do this to my background copy. So hiding my image. So there's my background copy right there. So if I wanted to do the same thing to my shadows in here to accentuate those details, I can. Again, this is destructive editing, so you need to be very careful with how much you want to do to your image. And you'll see that this is just my shadows that I'm doing this with. And I'm doing it because I want to pop up that contrast a little bit. And just by doing those last few edits, this is what it looked like before. This is a lot more dramatic, and I'm actually really liking how that turned out. And it feels a little more seamless. So if I wanted to accentuate that destructive editing up in here as well, I can do that, and I can do it just to the wave right here, this little splash. And there's how you can dodge and burn using destructive editing. Again, be careful, because you can't undo it once it's done.